When Mercedes says they're changing things up, you know it's not going to be small. And with the 2026 Mercedes GLC, the changes are honestly a little shocking in the best possible way. This isn't just a facelift or some minor tweaks. This feels like Mercedes completely rethinking what their mid-size luxury SUV should be. And trust me, once you hear what's new, you'll realize this isn't just another GLC update, it's a whole new chapter. Let's start with the way it looks. Because design is always the first thing that grabs you. The new GLC has a bolder, sharper presence than ever before. The front end now carries a more aggressive grille with a diamond pattern mesh, flanked by razor-thin LED headlights that look like they were pulled straight from a concept car. The hood has deeper sculpted lines, and the stance is wider, giving it a more athletic, confident look. It doesn't just look like a family-friendly luxury SUV anymore, it looks like it belongs on the same stage as the GLE, and even the flagship GLS around the back. The taillights have been completely redesigned, stretching wider across the tailgate. And the whole rear has this futuristic, almost coupe-like vibe. It's sleek, it's modern, and it screams Mercedes is aiming to turn heads with this one. But design is just the beginning. Under the hood, Mercedes has gone all-in on electrification. The 2026 GLC is introducing a new hybrid powertrain that blends turbocharged engine power with electric motors. That means more torque off the line, better fuel efficiency, and the ability to drive short distances purely on electric power when you want to keep things quiet. And here's the kicker, it's not just about saving gas. The hybrid system actually gives the GLC more punch. When you put your foot down, the electric boost kicks in instantly. And suddenly this SUV feels way sportier than you'd expect. It's the kind of upgrade that makes you smile every single time you merge onto the highway. Now, here's where things get really surprising: off-road capability. You wouldn't usually think of the GLC as a trailblazer, but Mercedes clearly wants to change that perception. The 2026 version comes with an available off-road package that includes adjustable air suspension, skid plates, and a camera system that actually shows you what's under the car when you're crawling over rough terrain. It's almost like having a built-in drone view of the ground. Now, let's be real, most GLCs will probably spend their lives in suburbs and cities, but just knowing it has the ability to handle rocky trails or snow-packed roads makes it that much more versatile. And for adventurous owners, that's a huge plus. Step inside, and the luxury updates are impossible to miss. Mercedes interiors have always been top-notch, but the 2026 GLC feels like it jumped forward a few years into the future. The dashboard now features a massive curved digital display that seamlessly merges the instrument cluster with the central infotainment screen. The graphics are crisp, the animations are smooth, and it's all powered by the latest MBUX system, which is smarter than ever. You can literally talk to it like you would with a friend, and it learns your habits over time. And, of course, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, with even more emphasis on over-the-air updates so your car stays current without you ever stepping into a dealership. The materials are pure Mercedes luxury. Soft-touch leather on the dash, real wood or brushed metal trim depending on the package, and seats that don't just adjust, they practically mold themselves around you. Heated, ventilated, massaging, you name it, it's here. And the ambient lighting system has been upgraded too, with even more color options that let you set the exact mood you want. From cool and futuristic to warm and cozy, it really feels like a private lounge on wheels. Now, let's talk pricing, because this is where things get interesting. The 2026 GLC is expected to start slightly higher than the outgoing model, likely in the mid-$50,000 range. But considering the tech, the hybrid system, and the added features, that's not too surprising. Of course, once you start adding premium packages, AMG styling upgrades, or that full off-road package, you could easily see it pushing past $70,000. But in the luxury SUV segment, that's still competitive, especially when you look at what BMW and Audi are charging for their mid-size electrified SUVs, compared to past GLC models. This 2026 version feels like a leap rather than a step. The older GLC was always stylish and comfortable, but it leaned more on being a safe, practical, luxury choice. This new one, it's bold, it's versatile, and it's aimed at drivers who want more personality and capability in their SUV. It's not afraid to take risks. And that's exactly what makes it stand out. So, at the end of the day, the shocking part isn't just the hybrid engine or the off-road package, it's that Mercedes has managed to take a model that was already successful and give it a whole new identity. The 2026 GLC feels like it's stepping out of the shadows of its bigger siblings and saying, hey, I can be just as luxurious, just as tech, and maybe even more fun. For me, that's what makes this SUV so exciting. It's not just an update, it's a redefinition of what the GLC is supposed to be. And if this is the direction Mercedes is heading, then the future of luxury SUVs just got a whole lot more interesting. So what do you think? Is the 2026 GLC the right kind of bold change? Or do you prefer the more classic, understated approach of the older models? Drop your thoughts in the comments. because I'd love to hear what side you're on. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because there are plenty more exciting reveals coming your way. Because if Mercedes keeps this up, the next few years in luxury SUVs are going to be full of surprises.